It is so good to see you. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
It's only been just a little bit since we launched your website. I'm not good at time, a week or two.
Yes, like that.
It feels like time is moving so weird right now. But it feels like 2 minutes ago we launched your website after putting all this love and energy into it. And so I wanted to take this opportunity to go behind the scenes a little bit. Why don't we start off with you telling the world a little bit about yourself?
So I'm a healer. I'm also an Akashic Records reader. I also am social worker. I'm a mom, and I love helping people. I just always did, and since I was a little girl, I always remember just wanting to help. So going and using those skills now and wanting to help and heal others, it just feels so natural.
I love hearing you say I'm a healer because you are such a healer in so many ways. And um, I'm thinking back to our first conversation and you know how much shyness maybe there was around the word healer, but no, like this is what you do. Um, I'm curious, what's a difference that you've noticed since launching your website versus now, either personally, professionally, energetically, otherwise? Have you, like, tell me a little bit about this process for you, the passion puzzle and branding, putting your website together, really putting your business together.
Yeah, I mean, it was all a dream and it's all a wish, and you made it happen. You made it a reality. Thank you. And it looks beautiful. Um, I will say that, like after putting myself out there, I did feel hesitation. It was fear that I guess rose up, whether or not people would take me seriously or whether or not it was real or not, because this is like a huge transformation, wanting to take your dreams and make it a reality and try to leave this 3D framework of like working for others and then wanting to work for yourself. um, and not only work for yourself, but also putting my, I guess, taboo healer skills out into the world and letting people know, like, hey, this actually exists. Like, there's people like me who genuinely can do this work. Um, and it's just working through those emotions and just little by little, just keep pushing through them. And then I guess being my own little cheerleader too in the background, like, you can do this.
I have like this sensation all over my body as you say that because there is, even though like um the artsy fartsy witchy astrological trend, you see all these like witchy kind of books in Barnes and Noble now, even though this is really trendy right now, we are coming from a lifetime, a whole history of this being really taboo, of us identifying, tapping into and expressing our magic. Like that's not really something that historically has been cool or allowed. Or so you're it's, I mean, it sounds like you may be battling some old, even past life stuff, and even very present, like, oh my gosh, I'm putting myself out there and owning that, yes, I have these skills, I have these psychic abilities, I have these healing abilities, I have these gifts, and I'm sharing them with the world. So a little nervous around that. Like, tell me a little bit about what that has been like for you.
Yeah, it was, I mean, nerve-wracking to even like post it and let everyone know. And, friends and family and even people I used to go to school with, everyone follows each other on social media, and it just basically exposing myself in a way I've never done that before.
It's
So that,
brave.
yeah.
It's brave work. And I'm so happy to hear you say this because so many people who are in this healing space, who are really in it. We're not talking about like the, oh, I saged the room, so now I'm a healer. No, like the ones that are like really doing the work, putting yourself out there and claiming your magic is super vulnerable. So for anybody else listening to this and thinking like, oh my gosh, I can really relate to that, you are so not alone, right? Um, what advice do you have for other entrepreneurs? I have my questions here that I'm referencing. What advice do you have for other entrepreneurs, either those thinking about branding or even just in general as they're beginning their business? Because at least with me, you've had this idea for who knows how long, right? Sometimes we can have these ideas in us for years, and in 3 months' time, we have a business and we're launching and we're telling the world about it. So, what advice do you have for other entrepreneurs?
I would say don't give up even if you want to. I know there was like little times where I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much work. But just keep pushing through it. And one thing I really liked was doing the positive affirmations every day and just telling myself like I was like, born to do this. I love myself. I can do this. I believe in myself because at the end of the day, it's you're I kind of felt alone in this because my mom didn't understand it, my friends didn't understand it, and it's not for them to understand. It's for you and what feels good in your heart. Because I always tapped into my heart every day and was like, does this feel right? And yes, it really did. And does it feel right to quit right now? And it was like, no. Like I felt like a piece of me was gonna die if I were to quit. So I guess keep pushing through even if you're scared.
Oh, that's such beautiful advice. What's next for you? You've launched your website. Now what?
I'm still trying to put myself out there. I'm still doing like mini videos and still trying to tell people about what I do. I did want to work on a like a healing circle or healing meditation, like donations based, so I can try to, whoever wants to get to know me better, whoever has more questions, or be a time for me to share me with the world.
Yeah. Well, tell the world more about what it is that you do. You said in the beginning that you are a healer and Akashic librarian. Well, you didn't use the word librarian, but I know. I know that that's your magic. So tell us more about what it is that you do.
So I can tap into the Akashic records and I can give you any insight that you might have about anything that might be going on in your life. As sometimes our whatever's going on now is linked to some time in the past, or not even if you just want better insight or more advice or more well-rounded answers or questions. I did it a bunch of times to try to get more, I guess, because I was going through a lot of emotional stuff with friends and family, and it gave me better insight as to how to respond to them
Mm.
from a different perspective than whatever I was feeling at the moment. Um, I also do a quantum healing, which allows me to tap into whatever it is you may have issues with, whether it's an emotion, whether it's a block, like emotional or physical or financial, and we can go into that deeper and try to see what is that block, get more reflection on it, and help move that negative energy from your field. And those are very life changing. Um, so if you're interested in any of that, I mean,
So anybody who is feeling lost, uncertain, anybody who's in a transition, anybody who's going through a big life event, anybody who's thinking about making a big decision, it sounds like your work is really around finding clarity, finding insight, direction, and healing, so that you can rise
yes.
into a better, more beautiful, more vibrant you.
Yes, and obviously you can buy like one or three packages, however you feel. But if you wanted to go even deeper, I have these longer containers, like the transformational shift, where I can hold you even longer, and we can make even bigger changes for you. Um, you
And
know,
I know that your background, your education formally is in social work. what is the difference between this type of, and I think I'm giving the answer away, but this magical type of healing versus therapy?
I would say that, I mean, I love therapy. The thing is, I feel like therapy only goes so far. And then I think that's where magic jumps in, because I love how therapy puts it very like talking about it and then actually using magic to shift those energies without using prescription medications or anything to numb those feelings away. Because honestly, we have to work through those emotions in order to release them. Like they're coming up for a reason. It's
Mhm.
for you to acknowledge them and release them. It's not for you to acknowledge them and be like, all right, here's a drug to like numb it away. Let's make it go away. Like, unfortunately, I don't think that's the way it should go. But that's just my, that's my,
Yeah. Lean into the magic, shift the energy, move through the things, release the things instead of relying on the drugs.
hmm
Yeah. Um, for anybody who wants to learn more about your journey and um moving away from like the numbed zombie, trying to numb your emotions with the pills, and then moving out of that and like shifting your energy and rising and actually healing, not pretending, but like actually healing. I love your blog post around that. So I'm putting that in there. So anybody who wants to check out your blog around that. My last question here is, well, where can we find you? Where can we find more about you
Okay.
and learn about your services?
Yeah, I could be found at lorenadouglas.com. There's also links there to my Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. So
And
you can.
I'll put the link wherever, like look somewhere in this general area. Lastly, Lorena, what is your advice on how we can share or express more of our magic in this world?
Just, I'm a big fan of like always meditating and always just, it could even be as little as 5 minutes to just take a deep breath, get rid of all your thoughts, whatever your long ass list of tasks, and just tap into your heart and just see like what feels right for you today, what feels right for you right now. um,
Mm,
Whatever little as it may be, whether it's binge watching like 30 minutes of your show, or whether it's buying that ice cream or getting your pedicure or manicure, like just do it, because you don't know how much of that little thing might make such a huge difference in your life that day.
I love that. I do that often. And for those who are like, well, how do I tap into my heart? It could be as simple as like hand in the heart, deep breath. What do I need in this moment?
Yeah, simple
Yeah,
as that.
simple, simple. I love that. Thank you so much. And I cannot wait to continue seeing how things unfold for you, to continue checking out your blog posts and following your journey as a beautiful healer that you are. I'm gonna add the link, like I said, somewhere here. So for all of you watching this, check out Lorena. Thank you so much, Lorena. Thank you.
Thank